Game Day Live, episode number 3 this time, and we're in part 2 of last show that we did a couple hours ago with me and Rich. But I'm alongside my broadcast partner, Steven Dutson. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Steven Dutson's here to help me along with this. And we do have the 49ers user, Cory McCoy, who don't do shit as a commissioner, doing an interview with us today. Welcome, Cory.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
I told you I was gonna make you laugh in the beginning.
I knew it was coming.
Are you ready to do this interview with me and Steven?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Awesome. All right, we're going to be looking at the Rams offense, the 49ers offense. We'll get to the Rams here in just a second because that's actually your next matchup. So, right now,
Yeah, it is.
Jimmy Garoppolo is doing pretty well for you right now as a passer. 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. What do you think of your quarterback, and how can you keep him going at that level?
Well, man, I think he's doing a pretty good job. Of just the team got to be able to come in and help him out as well. But other than that, I mean, I'm trying to like scheme him up pretty good. But if the team gels, and come together and everybody do their part, he'll be good.
I agree. Steven, do you have a question for him?
Yeah, now you do lead the league in total offensive rushing yards. Do you want to credit that to your offensive line, your running back?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. My Hogs, man, my Hogs. It's a big shout out to them. Like without them, he wouldn't be where he at right now.
As we can see, Jerick McKinnon is the #1 rusher in the Diehards league. He's got 145 attempts, 871 yards. He's rushing 6 yards per carry, and then has rushing 11 touchdowns, and has only fumbled once. Is this really your best player on the team, Cory?
Nah, I wouldn't say he my best player. I kind of like figure it as like I just roll with the hot hand. I just keep working on what's working. If it's not working, like they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I'm gonna keep rolling with him.
Okay.
Defense looks pretty aggressive. You've only allowed 874 passing yards, around 480 rushing yards as well. Do you want to see more aggressive defense, or do you just want to continue on the path that you're going?
I mean, we all want to get better. I mean, but if the pass, stay consistent, I figure we'll kind of get better as the weeks go by. But I kind of like where my defense at, the steady, like the rushes, like the sacks and stuff like that. But other than that, I like what the defense doing, but it's always room for improvement.
Good question. Now, speaking of the sacks, Solomon Thomas is leading your team with 6 sacks, and then old man Richard Sherman is leading your team in interceptions at 4.
Oh yeah.
How confident are you to keep that going with Solomon Thomas and maybe a couple of the other guys? Like I see, Buckner is got 3.
Okay.
Armstead's got 2. We have and then Fred Warner, the rookie, has also got 2 picks and 2 sacks. Can you keep that up?
Fred Warner, he a rookie, but he got a lot of potential. He's real tough. He's physical. He'll be able to do his thing on the field. Solomon Thomas, he's young, but all the credit goes to DeForest Buckner, applying that pressure in the middle, being able to force the passes, force the quarterbacks and stuff outside the pocket to be able to come to Solomon Thomas or Armstead and stuff like that. And that's a good look on the defense because once you add pressure on the quarterback, force passes, that's where Richard Sherman come in, or my other cornerback, Akella, or my defense, or my defensive backs, Adrian Cober, Jaquaski Tart, they doing their thing as well. But Richard Sherman, he bring that veteran leadership, to be able to set that tone on defense on that side of the ball, being able, of quarterbacks being able to force the ball on the other side, which brings big opportunities for Akello.
Good
Looking
point.
at your third down percentage, you're sitting at 53%. Would you like to see your team get into more manageable third down distance on first and second down?
Oh yeah, that's where you make your big plays at. You got to be able to make a play on third downs, you know, because if you can't make a play on third downs, then you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So in order to, when you're being on the field like offense, if you're on the field, you got to be able to keep the ball going when you're on third down. When you're on defense, you're on third down, you got to come off the field.
Good question, Steven. Good answer. Now this is a serious question. Reuben Foster is got 14 solo tackles. He's got 8 assists. He's got 22 tackles. He's got just 1 interception. Do you have a game plan to get him introduced into this defense more in the upcoming weeks? Not trying to spoil any Easter eggs or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I got some cooking. I'm just letting all the pieces fall into place, you know. But right now, we good where we at. Like I said, it's always room for improvement. But what Reuben Foster is doing, you know, it's consistent. But he can do better. But you know, I like the pace he's going at.
Yeah, and I see he's got that 1 interception, but it is a pick 6 for 58 yards. So hopefully he can turn things around. He's still a young player, and good to see what he can do in the future.
Also, Fred Warner, you know, he's a big contribution to that too as well, alongside Reuben Foster. You know, I think they're a good linebacker duo, and I think they'll be able to gel and grow together and become something special.
And you also have Malcolm Smith at left outside linebacker, and Dakota Watson, who also has 2 sacks. So.
Everybody eating, man. Everybody eating.
Everybody eating. Everybody got a plate.
Yeah.
Steven, any more questions?
You are sitting the 4th most amount of penalties in the league right now. How do you plan to clear up the mental mistakes?
Oh man, I mean, it's up to the refs. You know, the refs. If the refs want to call foul on it, you know, ain't nothing we could do about it. We could play safe ball, but it's up to the refs.
Also, for the receiving core, there, Cory, so far your best receivers are Marquise Goodwin, who has 21 receptions, 334 yards, 6 touchdowns. Pierre Garçon has 17 receptions, 244, and 2 touchdowns. How are you going to be able to get Trent Taylor and Dante Pettis more involved?
It's just being able to put them in the right position to make a play. It depends on the situation. It depends on the down, the distance of the ball. Depends on where I want to go with it. Depends on what the defense give me, and I just go off that. I just go with the game of the flow, how the game going, and if the defense want to give me a certain situation, then I can kind of set them up for that. But other than that, I just go with the game, and then if I feel like it's his time, then it's his time.
Good point.
Your red zone efficiency, you're sitting at 80% right now. Would you like to see that number increase, or are you happy with where it's at this point in the season?
Nah, I'm not happy where it's at, because when you get in the red zone, I would like to score. I mean, a field goal is good, but when I like to get in the red zone, I like to be able to, you know, get in the end zone. It kind of feel better than that extra 3 points. I'd rather have 6 than have 3. I mean, but points is points, but when you get in the red zone, you got to be able to finish. It's all about finishing.
Jared McKinnon also had Player of the Week in Week 3 and Week 4. He had 29 carries, 243 yards rushing in Week 3 and 3 touchdowns. And he basically had the same numbers besides touchdowns, only 2 in Week 4. Do you think he's going to be on this list more than anybody on your team? Or do you believe you're going to get more people involved in the awards?
Man, that's a good question. I mean, I don't I don't know. I really can't answer that. It's like it depends on the game. How everybody playing, you know, because one day this man might be hot, next man might be hot. So it's basically like I'm rolling with a hot hand. So it's up in the air. Like last week, like when we played who was it, the Packers? We played the Packers. I think McKinnon only rushed for like I think 96 to like 100 yards, I believe, and I think he only scored once. But I could give it to the Packers because the Packers had a good run defense. You know, he kind of had me on lock with the run. You know, even though McKinnon would still be able to produce, but he kind of like shut me down a little bit. But it's still that's when it opened up opportunities for my receivers, and that's how Jimmy G had him a good game as well.
Let's talk about your special teams, in particular your kicking. Robbie Gould is only at 50%, hitting 4 of 8 field goals, with none of them being over 50 yards. Do you possibly foresee a changing kicker here this season?
Nah, not right now. Not right now. Not right now. It's too early. Robbie Gould clutch for me, but it's too early to try to think about changing kicker at this moment.
Got a bigger picture looking at, huh?
Yeah.
Now, Jerick McKinnon right now, like I said earlier, he's leading the league in rushing, 145 attempts, 871 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry, and 11 touchdowns, 1 fumble. You also have the rookie Ronald Jones II as the Buccaneers at 124 attempts, 605, and 8 touchdowns. Do you think you can keep the rushing attack going for McKinnon to keep that #1 spot?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's easy.
What's your thoughts on Sean Simple's Ronald Jones II, the rookie?
I mean, a rookie, he doing his thing. He balling, you know. I mean, it's like I ain't gonna knock the man on his game. You know, he doing his thing. You know, like I said, he balling. So I support him and I salute him for that. But you know, it's a race. You know, who gonna be the best running back in the league? Everybody want to challenge each other. That's what it's all about. Competition. Who the best? Who gonna be the best? Simple as that.
Right now, there's actually sitting only 5 running backs who have over 100 carries so far this season, and McKinnon and Jones is #1 and #2 right now.
Sounds good.
The other 3 guys is actually Lamar Miller, and then David Johnson for the Patriots, and then I think I saw another one. Where'd he go? He disappeared on me, Corey. Maybe he didn't rush 100. Oh, Marshawn. No, it was Geis. The rookie for Redskins. Yes. He's also got 7 touchdowns. He's ranked #4.
Yeah, Geis is a good running back though.
Yes, he is. And he's at Le'Veon Bell right now is averaging the most yards per carry with 6.7. Do you think he could be a sleeper in that #1 in the rushing stats?
Of course, that's Le'Veon Bell. You know, when you facing against Le'Veon Bell, you got to come with your A game. You know, Le'Veon Bell could break tackles. He could do anything you want him to do. He can line up at receiver, anything. You know, so it's like you always got to come with your A game when you playing against Le'Veon.
Yep, and right now, who has the most average yards per carry is you won't believe who it is. It's Derrick Henry with 8.3. That's a good stat right there.
Oh yeah, he a big back. You know, he gonna get his.
Yeah, he gonna get his. Steven, any more questions for Corey?
I look forward to your game against Los Angeles. You're going up against a top 10 defensive unit. How do you plan to attack them?
Oh man, I can't really put it out there, you know, but All I can say is it's gonna be a good game. You know, me and him, we always have battles, man. Like every year, every time we play, we always have battles. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a real tough game, and I'm looking forward to it. But as
Maybe,
far as like how I'm attacked, I can't really put that out there. But it's gonna be a good game though.
hey Steven, maybe you and me can get on the same schedule as Corey and Bigga and do the commentary for this game since it's Sunday Night Football.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Sounds like a plan.
We
So
could
we
have
can line something up.
Corey join the chat and mute himself while we record and he streams. Could
Yeah,
do
we
that.
can do that.
That'd be pretty cool and decent. Alright, you guys ready to talk more in depth on week 7 coming up? Just tomorrow night. Advance is at 11 p.m. Eastern Pacific Time. Oh, I said Eastern Standard Time, my bad. I can't even think. You guys ready?
Yeah.
East Coast. Let's go.
I know, East Coast. I'm on the East Coast and I don't even know where the fuck I am. Alright, we're gonna go down the list. Steven, right now we have the Denver Broncos taking on the Arizona Cardinals, week 7, Thursday night football. Let's talk about what we're gonna see with these two teams. Are you ready?
Yeah. 1 second. Pull up my list that I got here. Alright, so my key players to watch for Denver in this game. First off, on the offensive side, believe it or not, we're going to go with the rookie, Cortland Sutton. This kid's showing potential. No, he's only averaging almost 60 yards a game, but 13 receptions for 297 yards. If he can get utilized in this offense more, he can become a star. No doubt about it. On the defensive end, 1 second here. Phone decided to turn on.
Well, while you do that, I'm going to just say Sutton is one of those guys that he's a big body receiver, and he's also got speed. His catching needs to improve just a tad bit. Sometimes he'll drop the easiest balls thrown to him, and that's just personal experience playing with the Denver Broncos. But it seems like everybody wants to be defending Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas, so he comes out and he starts balling.
For sure. On the defensive end, looking at Todd Davis, he is leading his team in interceptions from the middle linebacker position. He does have 16 tackles on the season. Definitely can be improved on that. 2 tackles for losses and 2 sacks. For sure, this kid will be a game changer on defense if the ball comes his way.
Yes, and the Denver Broncos right now are still sitting at undefeated, and they go in against the Arizona Cardinals that have a lot to prove, and especially with the rookie Josh Rosen. Corey, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, we're talking about the Denver Broncos, the undefeated team taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Steven, can you give Corey just a little bit of what you said on who the key players were?
My key players for Arizona will be quarterback Josh Rosen. He has shown potential for sure. He does need to clean up his interceptions. 19 interceptions through 6 weeks is completely unacceptable. If he can clean those up, I can definitely see Arizona's offense turning around.
Well, good thing they have a new user in Rob Stevens, even though he probably throw more interceptions than the last user. Just messing, though. I can't say anything. I lost to him in a different league, so... But for me, looking at this, the Denver Broncos have Bradley Chubb still and Von Miller, and they'll wreak of havoc. Let's just say that. So, Cardinals, I like Josh Rosen. He's got an arm, by the way.
Yeah, Josh Rosen, he pretty good, man. He pretty good.
Definitely has a strong arm.
Yeah, he
On
tried
the defensive
he
end.
tried to do his
See,
thing.
defensive key player for Arizona. We're gonna look at Chandler Jones. This dude has 10.5 sacks
Wow, and
through
it's just week 7.
6 weeks,
We're gonna be week
going into
7.
week 7.
Wow,
Yep.
that he's on pace to he's on pace for a record.
Yeah, for sure. No, he only is he's only got 22 tackles, which is 4th best on their team. The 10.5 sacks, that right there could be a game changer.
Big time game changer. Broncos offensive line has struggled in recent weeks on blocking the quarterbacks, so maybe Chandler Jones can wreak havoc on the left end or right end, and just get the sacks. Could be a key
Yeah,
thing to look for.
yeah, I agree.
All right, on to the next game, Steven.
All right.
Tennessee Titans will take on the Los Angeles Chargers. What are the key players for the Tennessee Titans, Steven?
Tennessee Titans on offense. I am going with Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
Their quarterback, same thing, same issue. Interceptions can definitely see a decrease. My key for Mariota in this upcoming game: utilize his dual threat, run the option play. Because Mariota is second in it on his team in rushing yards.
That's definitely a key thing to look for because Mariota can actually run the ball. He is one of the fastest QBs in the NFL. And, of course, they are probably going up against Old Man Rivers, so that defense should be pretty well stacked.
Yeah,
What's the
on the
key?
defense, I'm looking.
Go ahead, Steven.
Their young corner, Adoree Jackson. Kid has 22 tackles on the year with 4 interceptions, which is tied for second most on his team with Wesley Woodyard.
Yeah,
The reason that I
Woodyard's good.
chose Adoree Jackson over Woodyard at this point, that Adoree Jackson could be the next lockdown corner that we see in this league.
That's definitely something to watch. And usually for me, Brian Afidi is more like a middle linebacker user, so he usually gets his interceptions off the linebackers. How well are they doing, Steven? I think the corner's doing a little bit better.
Yeah, your corners, your secondary is looking a little bit better than the linebacker core itself, but it is pretty close. That defense is not to be messed with.
Agreed. What is the Chargers offensive key player to watch for, Steven?
Chargers, I'm going to go with Melvin Gordon on the ground. He appears to be one of the only bright spots on this Chargers offense at the moment.
I mean, you got Old Man Rivers. What do you expect? His release on the ball is just. It's like having a baby throw the ball and not know what to do with the ball.
Yeah, sitting at 94 carries with 500 yards, 3 touchdowns and no fumbles. Might as well keep feeding Gordon the ball and hold on for the rest of this year.
What do you think there, Cory? Yeah, Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I like Melvin Gordon. He gonna do his thing. We keep feeding him the ball, Gordon gonna eat.
Yeah, let him eat and let Rivers not throw the ball like a little kindergartner. That's basically how it goes with that right there. Now, on to the next game. We have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. What is the key player for the Bengals, offense and defense?
Let's see, Bengals offense. We are looking at quarterback Russell Wilson. After coming over from Seattle, he has been on a tear. He can, you're looking at 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That can definitely be improved. Smarter with the ball. Rushing-wise, he is also second on his team, same as what Marcus Mariota was. We covered for the last preview of the game. But he has fumbled the ball 6 times this year. Hold on to the ball, utilize him in an option, or play action rollouts.
Yeah, and he's got AJ Green and John Ross and all them good receivers, so Russell Wilson's going to be really good in this offense compared to Andy Dalton.
It's nothing on his receiving core at that point.
No, not at that point. Now, over to the other side of the ball, defense. Bengals have an older defense, so who did you go with?
Defense, I actually am going with Preston Brown. He only has 18 tackles on the season, but he does have 4 interceptions, 1 pass deflection as well. Same thing with this. Like you said, the defense is looking a little bit older. Going with this guy just due to his age. He could be a playmaker if this defense decides to see a lot of turnover. He could be the next captain of this defense.
Good point, Corey. What do you think?
About who?
Oh dear God. Steven, can you repeat it to Corey, please?
Playmakers on the defensive side for Cincinnati.
Cincinnati? I really don't know no defensive players on Cincinnati. Let me check them out.
That's why I said they're one of the oldest defenses in the league. On to the Chiefs, I guess. Who is your key player of this Chiefs team right now in this Week 7, since they do not have Tyreek Hill?
Whoa.
Going with Kareem Hunt, leading his team in rushing yards, and is up there receiving yards with 212. Definitely being utilized as a dual threat back. You can definitely see a big game coming from Kareem.
Yeah, so far they do not have Tyreek Hill for another, I think, 3 weeks, so that's definitely hurting them. They've been without him, I think, 6 to 7 weeks now with a shoulder tear, I think.
Shoulder tear.
So that's a big loss for them on offense. And now onto the defense, though. The Chiefs, I like their defense, but there's tons of players you can go with on this one. Who did you go with?
For this game, I'm going with Anthony Hitchens in the middle linebacker position. 33 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 3 interceptions on the year so far.
What do you think, Corey?
I'm gonna have to go with the D tackle, I believe is number 96. What's his name? Chris Jones.
Chris Jones. I don't think he's the one injured, but I might be wrong. I don't think he's injured though. But good one. Good one. Now, one of the games of the week we're going to talk about just in a few seconds. Cleveland Browns, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, one of the games of the week for us this week. What do you guys think of the Browns and the Bucs game? This is do or die for the Browns in the early season since they're 3-3, and the Bucs are still sitting at only losing 1 game.
I'm going to take Cleveland with the upset here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take Cleveland. Don't sleep on the Bucs, though, but I'm going to take Cleveland.
Let's see. My key player for the Browns offense is actually David Njoku, their tight end, leading their team in receiving yards. He's got 2 touchdowns on the year. I can see that being a very good security blanket for Baker Mayfield in this game.
Good point. So now for who's... Go ahead, Corey.
I'm gonna have to go with Baker Mayfield on that. But I figure if Baker Mayfield he have a good, play at his position, he'll lead him to victory.
He has thrown some interceptions in recent weeks, so he's like me and Rich talked about earlier in the Game Day Live Part 1. we basically said he's a different type of quarterback that you have to get used to. He's like a Deshaun Watson where he throws it differently, and like a Teddy Bridgewater. So
That's the same way with Patrick Mahomes.
yeah.
Baker in this game needs to be a field general.
Exactly.
Borderline Drew Brees game manager. He needs to play smart.
Play smart. Be like an Alex Smith, and like you said, Drew Brees, and or if you want to talk about old ass Fitzpatrick, you definitely gotta be and run the ball. You got Nick Chubb. He's one of your good running backs on the team. So now the Buccaneers guys. Who is your key players on offense and defense?
Offense, I'm gonna go with Ronald Jones.
Yeah, Ronald Jones as well over here.
What about defense?
Let's see on defense.
Defense, I'm going with their right outside linebacker, the rookie Donnerson. 29 tackles on the year, 2 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 4 picks.
I'm gonna go with Gerald McCoy. That man's stout, man. He a problem.
All right. We're gonna go back up real quick, and we're gonna do the predictions for the games before this.
Oh, another thing, and he got my last name.
I like that. That's funny. All right, we're gonna do the predictions for the games before that. Broncos, Cardinals. Who do you guys got, and what's the score?
Broncos, Cardinals, man. I'm going with Broncos. 45-0.
I got Broncos sitting 38-3.
I'll be a little nice. I got Broncos
no
winning.
offense to the new Cardinals coach. I do not see this game being close.
Yeah, I got Broncos winning 28-17 though. I'll be a little nice. All right, Titans, Chargers.
I take it back though. I give them a I say 32-17, 32-20, around that range.
I'm still sticking with 38-3.
All right, Titans and Chargers. Who you got and what's the score?
Now we got a 2-3 team versus a 1-4-1 team. I'm
going with Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers.
You going with Melvin Gordon?
Is Bosa healthy?
I think so. Yeah, they don't have any injuries on the Chargers so far. They might have one, but it's not him.
I think I might have to get a lead with the Chargers. I mean, I'm not knocking the Titans. You know, Titans are a pretty good team. But I think if the Chargers, apply pressure on Mariota, they'll be in a long time of a game.
Yeah, I got this game being low scoring, 13-10 Tennessee.
But you got to remember, they do have Derrick Henry. He is going to pound that ball. He is going to move the stick. So
yeah, and like I said earlier, 8.7 yards per carry that's beast mode right there.
Exactly.
I got the Titans winning 20-17. So pretty close to what Steven said. Bengals, Chiefs. We got Renard Scott, Josh Hazlitt. And without Tyreek Hill, like I said, I gotta go with the Bengals in this one. I'm gonna go Bengals.
With the Chiefs, yeah.
I'm gonna go Bengals 24-20.
I'm going with the Chiefs. Let's see. 27-14.
We got Bengals sitting at 34. Chiefs sitting at 17.
Alright, and you guys did pick the Browns to win this game, right? Browns and Bucks.
I do.
Yeah,
actually
Browns.
Have Browns only upset in this one.
What's the score?
That's gonna be a good game, though.
It is one of the game of the weeks.
28-17.
I'm thinking
Browns.
28-24 Browns.
Alright. I'm going to say it is 21-17. I'm going to go with the upset with the Browns. Alright. Next up is the Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, hang on. Carolina Panthers taking on tanking Eagles.
Good one.
Yep. Key players for Carolina, looking Cam Newton on the offensive side. Just got to utilize that dual threat. Passing wise, could definitely improve. Run, obviously, can improve as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Corey, who do you got?
I don't know, man. That's a good question. It's kind of up in the air. I can't really say. I'm two good teams.
Two good teams, but Eagles are tanking. So that's why I'm going Panthers 38-10.
Yeah.
I mean, even though they tanking, man, they still got a good squad though.
Well, he did get rid of everybody. Don't forget this. It is Jacob
Oh,
Ritchie.
you right. I'm gonna have to go with the Panthers on that.
Yeah.
Let
Got
me
rid of
see.
everyone.
Panthers 26-17.
Yeah, I got the Panthers sitting 21-11.
Okay.
I was thinking 5 for some reason, but I'm like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna be no safeties in this game.
Man, so why is the Eagles tanking though, man? What's going on?
It's Jacob Ritchie.
Man, we know how that goes, you know.
Yeah, release everybody and then suck the rest of the time. Oh, I didn't say that.
Yeah, he aimed for all the he want them low draft, them high draft picks, I mean.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we got Nate Folsom's Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Jets, and I got a tie going on right here. I'm going to say 17-17 tie.
I'm thinking Minnesota is just gonna absolutely make the Jets their bitch. 42-6.
I got Minnesota 34-17. No, 34-12.
I was just kidding about the tie. I'm going Vikings 52-0.
Damn. Showing no mercy.
All right, Steven, you can't even predict this game because it's yours. Lions, Dolphins. Corey,
Man.
what do you got?
Man. Lions and the Dolphins. I mean, the Lions got a pretty good team.
Dolphins that rebuild because they got to rebuild because of Charles.
When I was looking at the Dolphins roster, they looked pretty good. Like they line, you know, they missing a couple of pieces, but they line pretty good. And the defense, you know, the defense is pretty good, but
yeah, Dolphins had to fix a lot of stuff there because of Charles Bell, unfortunately. Right, Steven?
Yeah, but I mean, but it's an any given type of thing, you know. I don't want to lean towards the Lions, but I kind of want to lean towards the Miami, but
it's kind of hard.
Man, it's
I'll go out there.
I might have to go with the man. I might have to say Lions by 3.
Lions by 3. I'm gonna go an upset. I think Steven turns it around. Dolphins beat the Lions 17-13.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a real close game though.
You got Ryan Tannehill is a little hard to throw with. I mean, he's not the greatest quarterback on planet Earth, but you know what I mean. It's a little tough for Ryan Tannehill. But I'm going the upset.
We're just gonna have to play to his strengths in this game. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so the next game of the week, the 2 undefeated teams, New England Patriots taking on Chicago Bears. This game will be on commentary with me and Robert Turman, so be looking out for that. Who do you guys got? Two undefeated teams.
I'm going with the Bears.
It's tough. I'll have to go with New England. There's the way that they've been utilizing Gronkowski this year, pretty much unstoppable.
I think Gronkowski gonna get shut down.
Ooh, is this both predictions time?
I think he's gonna get shut down.
Gronkowski, 300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Let's go.
Oh, he bold.
All right. I gotta break the tie. I like what Nate Jacobs is doing. I also said that I think he could go 16 and no but I think it's gonna be 6 and I think Patriots lose this game to the Bears defense because they don't have Josh Gordon, and you can only do so much with Jacoby Brissett as your starting quarterback since Tom Brady's out.
Tom Brady out?
So is Josh Gordon.
Oh man, Bears are easy.
Yeah, that defense is gonna wreak havoc on the offense.
Do they got Mac?
Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah, Bears got that.
Corey just creamed all over the TV screen or something.
Yeah, man. Easy.
Easy now, Corey. Calm down now, Corey. All right, Teron Crosby and his undefeated Buffalo Bills taking on the Indianapolis Colts. I know I fucking said that wrong, didn't I? Indianapolis Colts. All right. So who do you guys got, and who's your key players of the team?
Yeah, as much as I don't want to be unbiased, I'm going to be extremely biased right here. I take the Colts 38-24. Key to the game, player on the Colts defense, the maniac himself, Darius Leonard.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ride with the Colts too on that. 26-20.
I wanted to lean towards the Buffalo Bills, and then I realized he did lose Josh Allen as his quarterback. He has remained undefeated for 2 weeks with his backup quarterbacks, but Colts have a decent defensive structure, so I'm going with the Colts as well. 10-7. Low scoring game. But you know how Teron Crosby is with that running game, though. If he gets that going, it could be lights out for that Colts defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might have a chance to make Vontae Davis retire.
Oh shit. During the game or after the game?
During the game at halftime.
All right, I didn't get to ask you your key players for the Patriots Bears game, Steven. So if you wanna,
believe it or not, I'm going with Jacoby Brissett.
oh, that's a fucking shocker.
Potential, strong arm. He could definitely be in the future.
He got a potential to throw 6 picks and get sacked 4 times.
Very big possibility as well.
Unfortunately.
My key player on defense is gonna be Roquan Smith.
I like him, rookie. You might have Khalil Mack over there. He's gonna be they're gonna be double teaming him, but Roquan Smith is pretty decent too.
You got Mack, and then you got Leonard Floyd, and you got Roquan. You still got the two top safeties. Easy.
Good point on that one. All right. Moving on to I'm not going to be able to predict my own game, but Tennessee. Houston Texans taking on Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do you guys got, and who's your key players of the team? Offense and defense for both teams.
I mean, for the Jags, I'll say Leonard. The hell is his name?
Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, Fournette. But man, I'm kind of surprised by how the Jags is doing, though. You know, I kind of expected more from them.
Yeah, a little bit. Steven, who's your key players like on offense and defense of both teams?
Key players, let's see, for the Jags, I'm going with Fournette. Defense, I'm going with DJ Hayden. Texans side of the ball, going with the Honey Badger and Lamar Miller, key players. This game I have Texans winning, not by much. I only have the Texans winning by 21-20.
If the Jags can get it together, I might have to go with the Jags. The Jags have a very stout defense, and if they be utilized right, they can make things happen. But the Texans, you know, they still have a good squad as well. Deshaun Watson, Lamar Miller, DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller, and is Braxton Miller still over there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they got to say Texas got nice weapons, you know. But
Yeah, and a little inside information, I was in talks to get Julio Jones on the team.
what?
Yeah.
It's talks?
Just a little bit of talks, that's all, just a little bit. Can you imagine that?
You finna give up the house for him.
Hey, it was just small talk. We haven't really talked anything, because, you know.
You don't need Julio though. You got Hopkins.
Oh, I know who I got. I also got Brandon Coleman, too. He's a pretty, if he can get rid of his fumbling, he can be a pretty decent receiver.
You still got JJ Watt?
Yes, I do, and Clowney.
Man,
and I just re-signed Clowney too to a 6-year deal. Oh no, I'm not getting rid of no JJ Watt. Nobody's on the board, sir.
I'm talking about Clowney.
Oh no, he ain't going nowhere. But I do like Honey Badger. He's been helping me a lot lately, so hopefully we can get her done. So who did you get? Who did you pick there, Corey, for the winner?
For the winner, I don't know, man. It's like,
It's every given Madden.
Man, yeah, it's like it's two good teams. Like, cause I know it's the Jags, and I know the Jags got a good defense.
Yes.
You know what? I think I might have to give it to the Texans, cause Blake Bortles is kind of iffy. You know, it's gonna go down to Blake Bortles. I mean, that offense is ran based off Fournette, but
Watson
Texans have a good defense. You know, they got a good front seven, and you know what I mean. I got a feeling the Texans can pull it out. It won't be a blowout though. It's gonna be a very close game. It might be even a low-scoring game, but it's gonna be pretty good.
I agree. On to the next game, guys. 4 o'clock game. Saints, Ravens. Who do you guys got, and who is your key players on offense and defense?
Saints, I'm gonna go with Drew Brees. Defense, man, I'm gonna have to go with, what is his name? Number 94, I believe.
Are you talking about Cameron Jordan?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just about to mention him too.
Yeah.
I like Davenport, by the way.
Yeah, Davenport is a stud for sure.
Oh, I forgot they had him.
For my key players for New Orleans, looking at Michael Thomas on the offense, and then Marcus Williams on the defense.
Yeah, my key players for Saints offense is definitely Drew Brees. If you can keep actually Alvin Kamara, it could be both. I think Drew Brees running, helping that rushing attack with and all that. I think that should be good. But Davenport is my defensive player. What about Ravens, guys?
Ravens, Lamar Jackson, hands down.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson. Defense, I'm gonna go with C.J. Mosley.
Yeah, the same here. Defense is C.J. Mosley.
But I have the Ravens pulling it off. 32-22.
32-22.
I have the Ravens pulling an upset as well. Got it 17-10.
All right, I'm gonna go with the upset also. Ravens win 17 to 14. Game-winning field goal for Justin Tucker. All right, next game, Cowboys Redskins. Getting down to the wire here. Who do you guys got for offensive, defensive player of the teams? Cowboys Redskins.
Cowboys, I'm gonna go with Zeke.
Zeke.
Redskins, I'm gonna go with Guys.
All right.
It's gonna be a good battle at running backs that game.
And what about defense?
Defense, I'm gonna go with DeMarcus Lawrence for the Cowboys.
Good pick.
And Redskins, man.
Ryan Kerrigan.
Yep, that's him.
And for the Cowboys, I have their offensive key player, Tavon Austin.
Ooh, that's under the table.
Defense, Taco Supreme, Taco Charlton.
Taco Supreme. It's a nacho. It's a nacho. It's a taco. Taco Loco. You know, if he gets 4 sacks.
Yeah. Let's see for Redskins.
I forgot about Taco.
I got Alex Smith being their key player in this game.
Got to slow down the
offense.
interceptions too.
For sure. Defense. I don't know. Josh Norman.
I forgot about him.
At safety this season. Still a stud in that backfield.
Yeah, definitely.
I have Washington winning this game. 31-21.
Go, good pick. Corey, who do you got winning?
I would say Cowboys 24. No. Let me take that back. I got Cowboys 23-18.
I got the Cowboys winning 17 to 14 also. Another close game. Game-winning field goal for the Kickers. All right, we're on to the Sunday night football game. One of the other games of the week that me and Steven will probably be doing commentary for when it happens.
Yes,
Los Angeles Rams taking on San Francisco 49ers. All right, Corey, you can't really say who's going to win or your key players for your team. You don't want to give that away.
All right.
Steven?
All right, but I can tell you the score right now if you want it.
Okay, go ahead. You want to do your bold prediction?
No, I'm just playing.
I knew that cockiness was going to happen.
Obvious for San Francisco, McKinnon and Warren. Let's see for Los Angeles offensive side, we're going to Brandon Cooks. Defensive side, I'm going with Mark Barron.
My key players. Oh, sorry. You went out.
I believe that there's no way this Rams defense will shut down San Francisco. You got San Francisco putting up 45 points. The Rams 35.
It's going to be a high-scoring game, in your opinion. My key players for the 49ers on offense is Jimmy Garoppolo. If he can get that play action going, I see deep balls to Goodwin. And then on defense, I gotta give it to him. I really want to do Reuben Foster. I think he's gonna ball like it's no tomorrow. For the Los Angeles Rams, of course. Actually, for the 49ers, I should have said McKinnon as well. Battle of the running backs because of Gurley. And
yeah.
Rams defense, Peters, cornerback. I got the 49ers losing 35-30. Corey, it's a high-scoring game and very close. I think
Yeah, I know.
no, I don't think Garoppolo is going to throw an interception in this game either.
Oh man, it's in the air. It's in the air though.
Yeah, good point, Steven. All right, final game Monday night. New York Giants taking on Atlanta Falcons. These two teams are really needing to turn things around. They haven't done well on offense or defense for both teams. Who are your guys' key players of this game and all that good stuff?
First off, I want to go with the NFL should have flexed this game. We do not need a snooze fest on Monday night. That being said, Giants, of course, you gotta go with Saquon. Offensive side, defense. I don't even know. Just go with Landon Collins. I mean, this game, it's gonna be a thing. For Falcons, I've got Julio on the offensive side. There's no brainer with that. Defense, I'm gonna go with their free safety Ricardo Allen. I have New York winning this game 24-14.
That's a kind of a, even though they're two teams that really need to turn things around, I think both the records are not showing too good so far. So hopefully, this is like picking the worst food of all time that you do not like and having to eat that day.
I got Falcons 2012.
20-12. Who's your key players for both teams there, Corey?
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with Falcons. Julio on offense. Defense, I'm gonna go with Deion Jones. Or maybe Trufant. And Giants, I'm gonna go with Saquon Barkley on offense. Defense, I'm gonna go with Landon Collins.
Pretty good. Giants for me, I'm gonna have to. Everybody said Saquon Barkley. I think they're gonna focus on trying to defend that run for the Falcons. So I think Odell Beckham is going to be that guy you have to look out for in this game. You guys said Landon Collins. I'm gonna go cornerback and a guy that really needs to step up his game, or he might be out the door like Eric Flowers did in real life. Eli Apple really needs to fix his production on the team. For the Atlanta Falcons, you both said Julio Jones. I'm going Calvin Ridley because he is actually doing very good stuff for the Falcons offense as of late, and he's one of the top 10 receivers in the league right now. And on defense, I agree with Dion. And for the winner, I'm going to go with the Falcons winning 24-21. All right. Anything else you guys would like to talk about? Maybe trade deadline before we get off, or you guys good to get off now?
Are we good?
Yeah. Dolphins. We're going to be trying to make some moves within the next 2 weeks. So.
Oh yeah, all I want to say is go Niners.
Go Niners. And then probably next podcast we do, I'll have breaking news. Jerick McKinnon goes out for the season or some shit.
Oh no. Don't jinx me.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll be back after, I think, Tuesday night, hopefully. Tuesday night we'll be doing another one. So be looking out for me and Steven, and hopefully we'll be doing these key game of the weeks for commentary. From Steven, Corey, and I, thanks for listening. Steven, Corey, want to say any last words? And it better not be go 49ers.
Nah, man. I ain't really got nothing to say. I just want to say thank you for having me on the show. You know, appreciate it.
Thanks for the interview, and thanks for staying on and doing some predictions and stuff.
No problem.
Steven, I'll see you again next time, broadcast partner.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.